Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 update video. I'm going to make Omi in a separate video, so if you want to go there, just wait longer. So we did have a couple of updates from Shane today, the first of which had basically said, it was a clapback, basically just saying, okay, y'all can make slanderous videos as much as you want, but pretty much what you did was give us a 20% bump in sales over the last couple of days because of those, so thank the haters. And outside of that, it basically said, okay, yeah, some of those problems that you talked about was outdated information, and it was due to because it's a hyper-successful company that experienced hyper-growth. That's where a lot of problems came from. And then the other tweet was just about how it was about a road, it was a picture, and it was just saying the roads will be 2 by 2 meters, or 1 by 1 meter, they're not sure yet. And then we had Nathaniel in the chat as well. So what I'm about to read is Nathaniel's responses. All of this was gathered by mynameishumanpod.com, and that is short for My Name is Human Podcast. Now, we have, oh yeah, the last tweet by Shane was said, a road going places, playing around in Earth 2 with the in-game road editor we're building. The road is not a separate mesh overlay. One of the many things we are working on, Take Me Home. That's just a reference to that song, Take Me Home, Country Roads, that West Virginia song. I forget who that's from, but I will figure that out. And the Q&A with Nathaniel, someone said, looks good, mate, and he responds, thanks, mate. They ask, are you also in charge of the buildings? How do they look and all? And I said, no, Farhan is handling that. Have you seen his Turbo Squid? And then he gives a link to his Turbo Squid. The next question was, how creative will we be able to get with the buildings? Obviously, there are futuristic buildings in the image, but will we be able to build Viking longhousens or Rivendell-style elven cities? Oh, I love that question. It's a good question. We like to have several such styles, yes. So for those that are unaware, Rivendell is just a reference to Lord of the Rings. That's where the elves live. That is not the Undying Lands. That's just there where they meet and they form the Fellowship of the Ring. Moving on, it said, you've talked a lot about biomes. How will animals fit into E2? I love the animal questions. He said, we'd like them to be a part of E2, yes, different animals for each biome, etc., which goes into the fact that we're most likely going to have penguins in Antarctica. And continue on to say, we'll record a video clip of the terrain/road painting next week and driving around on the terrain. That's probably the biggest news of this whole thing. I haven't read it yet, but I think Earth 2 Meta had made a tweet about it saying that exact thing. Having a video clip of the terrain road painting next week, driving around on the terrain. I can't wait for that. Somebody asked, will we be able to herd/breed animals? And he says, maybe, LOL. Again, that's, if they put breeding into this, it's over. I'm already all in, but I'll be all in again. And again, if anyone that has played Pokemon first couple generations, or even the first generation didn't have it, but starting to breed, or even Fire Emblem breeding those people, it's so much fun, so exciting. Next question says, you've also mentioned user-painted sub-biomes. Does that mean we'll be able to create vegetation that fits the vision of our unique cities? And he said, you'll be able to paint dirt, grass, forest, pebbles, roads, etc. So pretty much whatever we want. Will we be able to bioengineer crops? And he says, E2 will be GMO-free, in my opinion, LOL. So meaning that you're probably not going to be able to cross-pollinate certain things to make, I don't know if so I guess there's no daisies, because there's certain flowers that are technically GMOs, because they're genetically modified, where you cross one things to each other. If I want to cut that tree down in the picture, can I? And he says that would be a really cool feature. I don't see why you wouldn't, because again, if you could terraform land, if you could make mountain land into ocean or volcanic land, that's something that would be, I think, absolutely necessary. If you want to build buildings in a forest, you got to cut down those trees. Not that I would do that, I would leave the forest. Next question is, without giving too much away, for those of us who planned roads with tiles, will roads take up a large amount of tile space, assuming the current road in the image is roughly 12 by 16 feet wide, and will roads be placeable across non-owned land? And he says, currently the roads and painting take 2 by 2 meters. We might even go for 1 by 1 meter. It's very small, in my opinion. Will we be able to stream videos on screens placed on walls of our buildings? Meaning, like, will we basically have the pictures similar to Harry Potter, those worlds where they can move, like basically GIFs in those in paintings or in newspapers or whatever. And he said that would be a cool feature, but it's really technically challenging though. So not only stream videos, maybe they could live stream on the walls. That'd be really cool if in the middle of Chavez Topia you just have like my streams going all day. Next question. It would be. I am just trying to figure out what are we going to be doing in the game. Is going to be survival like or MMO RPG? What are we going to do day to day and keep people playing day to day? He said it's planned to have many games and it's more of a platform. So like I said, Shane said he wants it to be a bank. He wants it to be a place like a new social media platform. But games will be on there as well. Same as Facebook. You can do other stuff, but there's Everwing and then that's basketball game and so on and so forth. And what benefit will having a road on your land provide? Or is it just purely, he said purely, is it purely cosmetic? I'm guessing since you can paint 2x2, you don't have to dedicate a whole tile to a single item / building also. And he basically just says faster connectivity, I assume, is more something for Wolfgang to decide. Now that being said, I have that road that I have, that main street, is supposed to be, it's a tile up top, it's a tile in the middle, that's for the road, and the tile on the bottom. The tile up top and tile on the bottom is supposed to be meant for shops, but if not even a whole tile is going to be used for the road, then we could actually do a lot more with that, so I'm very excited about it. Is uploading designs, actually, when, oh hello kitty, actually what I might do then is we might have parades there, because if it's a big road, if it's a whole tile, oh yes, I know, come here kitty. If it's a whole tile, then we could probably have a whole bunch of things. If only one person can fit on 1 meter by 1 meter, then if we have a 10 meter by 10 meter tile, that's a very long road, we should be able to have giant parades. We should be able to have giant festivals. I think that'd be really fun. So, is uploading designs and models for entire buildings still on the table? As I ask, my entire plan hinges on this. Okay, that's very interesting. It says, yes, it's still for having our own building editor, which is very interesting. Is there an upper polygon limit? I'm currently looking at nearly 3 million. My God. And he says that would be yes. So there is an upper polygon limit. Can we avatars OP E2 Gebruiken? Okay, so that's some type of German. And he says yes, customizable avatars are planned. Okay, so basically they're asking, can we make avatars customizable? It says yeah, and that's going to be a major thing for the game, I believe. Because again, if you have avatar that you can have different skins for, different hats, different cats, like wear a cat hat or something like that, yeah, that's going to be insane. So you would prefer us uploading large items in pieces over uploading a 3 million polygon city? And he just responds, how would you cull a 3 million polygon city? Which would be pretty insane. I don't know if the person who asked that was a whale or what have you, because that's a lot. So how is harvesting resources planned? Like, I got a huge forest area. Will I have to cut down trees one at a time? And he says, from what I understand, tiles would generate certain resources without running out of them. Basically meaning that you're not limited. The amount of resources, there's no limit to them. It's just time. And so we'll be able to trade those items with each other. And he says, yes, the core of the Phase 2 game will be the economic simulation with the resources. I'm very, very excited about. So, is it safe to assume that this means we won't run out of resources per se? It's more of a time limitation on resource gathering than an exhaustion of location. And he says, yes, as far as I understood from Wolfgang. Any news when real ads are going to be going live within Earth 2? It says I'm not sure. For those of you that don't know, we still have the I think I'm still on there, but I see E2 Meta, I see E2 Odyssey, just others being advertised whenever I buy land or I go to my land and I see, oh, all right, they're still there. Can you say what specs will be required for Earth 2 gameplay? Said we would like to support low-end hardware, so have a wide range of graphic settings, which would be great for me because I only have a phone. It says, if I build a pool, can I pump water into it? And it says maybe, LOL. So if you're able to pump water into it, that makes sense because there's water in the game, but can we actually have a pool filled with pudding or jello, something along those lines? Nobody asked that. I'm going to say that's a no for now. Maybe more a question for Wolfgang, but do you know if resources will be biome-based or specific location, or random. And he says all three of those. So, woo. If you had to compare E2 gameplay to other similar games, which one will it look like the most? Sims, Minecraft, GTA 5, Skyline Cities, No Man's Sky? So since many games are planned, it could have something from all. Oh god, so yeah, that's incredible. So I guess PvP could be something like GTA 5, and then you could have racing games that could be like Minecraft, or vice versa. So that's exciting as well. It says I have to go. Talk later. So everyone thank Nathaniel for that. Everyone comment down below what you're most excited about. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to the kitty. Bye-bye, kitty. Ah, so cute. All right, I love you guys. Bye. Meow, 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 meow.